Hello, what's up, everybody? My name is George, and welcome to Yoga for Wellness. And this is Bentley, and we have an awesome class for you today. And this is all going to be about movement and meditation, or meditation and movement. We're going to be doing equal parts meditation and equal parts movement today. So just be in a place that you feel comfortable moving around in, and also can find stillness. This is your opportunity now to get what you need ready. Blocks aren't recommended, but if you want to use one, you may. And also maybe a pillow if you're not comfortable sitting in a cross-legged seat with your spine nice and straight for, say, about 10 minutes. Uh, Also, I invite you to cue your own music in the background. I keep it silent on my end just so everyone has their own taste and can meet their own needs. So this is your time to do that now. But while you do that, I want to thank Wilkes Recovery Revolution for partnering with me so I can teach these classes every single week and bring them to your home. Go ahead and check out their Facebook pages after this if you're interested in learning more about what Wilkes Recovery Revolution does. It's an awesome program. I highly recommend you check them out and share it with your friends. Spread the word and support local. And again, my name is George. I'm excited to share this with you. If you want to look more into different yoga practices that I share, you can check out my Facebook page. And you could also tune in every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. for live streams coming to your home. And if you are ready, let's go ahead and get started. Let's just find a nice comfortable seat of your choice. I'm going to choose cross-legged seat. And if you are not accustomed to sitting like this for long periods of time, or if you're noticing your legs are coming up, or if you're noticing a tendency to your back to kind of round, maybe you want to grab a support, maybe a block or a pillow to support you underneath your hips, just so you can get that lift in the chest as we sit here for a little while in meditation. The reason why I suggest meditation in yoga is the mental aspect, to clear the mind, to kind of reset, to just find some calm, and to bask in the beauty of stillness. And a lot of people struggle with just being, with no expectations, no having to meet a certain style or quota. This is a wonderful opportunity to simply be with yourself, to look inward, and to find, well, you don't actually have to find anything. It's just to exist and to find your breath here and to witness what unfolds. But yes, I'm going to start in a comfortable seat. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose to start. Fill up the rib cage, and let's just sigh it out. Relax the shoulders, relax the collarbone. Now, we're going to be playing with our breath here to start. And so we can do so, let's go ahead and close our eyes now and soften our gaze. Take another big breath in through the nose. Think nice and tall, resting your hands on your knees, face up or down, and exhale. Continue breathing deeply. Breathe in, noticing the lungs fill and expand, and just take stock of your breath and the quality of the air in the room. Exhale through the nose this time. Nice and long exhale. And from here, we're going to notice our legs and see that they are grounded, the thigh bones. Make sure our hip bones are glued to the mat. Breathe in and out. Here's your chance now, as you continue your breath at your own pace, just noticing the breath and looking inward to notice how you feel in the current moment. Just notice without any sort of judgment or expectation. Taking a chance to really experience your body for what it is and acknowledging the fact that you've showed up for yourselves today. You did good by taking the time to practice today. Here's your chance to put aside your to-do lists, to set aside anything that does not serve you in the present moment. Let go with each passing breath. Continue with your conscious breath, finding expansion with your inhale. Pause for a second and let it go. Smooth breath out. Continue deepening your breath, and your goal here is to deepen the relationship with your breath. You may notice that you hold parts of the body that you didn't realize were holding. Use this opportunity to notice those areas and find ease as you exhale. Maybe you practice with Ujjayi breath, the slight restriction in the back of the throat, making a sh sound. If you notice anything bubbling up in your thoughts at this time, let them flow on like a river. This is a time to allow yourself stillness. Give yourself that permission to just be for a little while. Continuing to relax with each passing breath, sinking deeper into the mat or floor or pillow. Just being with yourself in stillness allows you a chance to reset. Try to limit any fidgeting or movements or urges for a moment. And just notice those things. It's okay if you tend to move. Just take a moment to notice and then get back to it. The big challenge with meditation is allowing yourself to sit with discomfort, not pain, but the discomfort of being still and being present and just sitting with that for a while. And when you notice these things, return to the breath. Deep breath in, nice and tall, long breath out. A few more here. Just being present with yourself, approaching this practice with gratitude for putting life on pause for just a bit as you have chosen the moment to be with yourself here. Notice any sounds in the room. Notice any feelings that bubble up. And just allow them to flow with the breath. Accept and surrender the present moment. You may notice a change or a shift after a while of being present. Just take stock of this and continue your breath. We're going to do 3 more deep breaths before we begin incorporating some motion. So fill your lungs up, big breath in. Take a pause. Now elongate that exhale. Empty it out. Pause. Let something go. Inhale again. Find expansion. Pause. Let it go. Last one. Inhale in. And out. Awesome. Take your time. Slowly begin to bat the eyelashes open, just nice and gently. Now we're going to be seated like this for just a little bit longer. We're going to incorporate some movement though. So feel welcome to watch this first thing. We're going to do some pranayama work with movement. Pranayama is breath work, and this is supposed to help expand the rib cage and the torso to help get the most out of your breath, and also to incorporate a bit of mobility practice with the arms and shoulders. So watch this first cycle and then follow along. So we start with the hands on our hearts, hands together at our heart center. Inhale, think nice and tall. Exhale, chin to chest. As you inhale, using your pinky fingers as a guide, start underneath the ears and go behind them and up beyond the crown of the head, nice tall spine, and begin to look up. As you exhale, you float the palms down. At the halfway point, you bend the elbows and bring the arms behind you. Now you can make a 2 fists behind your back here, or you can go into reverse prayer, but that's I recommend today for the fists. Keep your heart nice and open. We're going to inhale, pull the elbows back. Exhale, elbows forward, opening the shoulders. Inhale, open and back. And exhale, bring your hands back to the center at the heart space and chin to chest. Starting position. All right, now you use your breath to move here. So keep that in mind. That's what pranayama is about, is using your breath to move you. And just follow my cues. So chin to chest, hands together at the heart. Inhale, pinky behind the ear, reach up. Look up. Exhale, flip the palms, float it down halfway, and then swim the hands behind you. Inhale, open up the chest, pull the elbows back. Exhale, elbows forward, open the shoulder blades. Inhale, open. And then exhale, chin to chest, palms together at the heart center. And we repeat. Inhale, swim the fingertips behind the ears, reach up, look up. Flip the palms, exhale. Halfway, we bring our hands to swim behind the back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, chin to chest, elbows reach forward. Draw the navel in. Inhale, reach back. And exhale, hands to heart, chin to chest. Again, we're going to inhale, pinkies behind the ear, reach up. Look up. Exhale, float the palms down at the sides. At the halfway point, we swim the hands behind the back, fists meet. Inhale, open up the chest and the shoulders. Exhale, elbows together, draw the navel in, shoulder blades separate. Inhale, open up. And then exhale, chin to chest, thumbs to sternum, hands together. We're going to do it 2 more times. You're doing great. Inhale, use your breath. Behind the hands behind the ears and up, look up. Float it down. Inhale, open, close, open. Hands to heart. Last one. Use your breath. I won't cue this time, so just use your breath to guide you. See if you can't elongate the breath. And as your chin is to the chest, your hands are together in Anjali Mudra. Give yourself a moment of gratitude, thanking yourselves for practicing so far today. Awesome. So we're going to continue opening our ribs just with a simple open over. Place your left palm down, up and over from the right. Exhale, float the right palm down. Inhale, up and over from the left. Exhale, float it down. One more time on each side. Longer breath. Find the stretch in the rib cage. Exhale, float it down. Beautiful. Now let's meet in all fours. Let's take your time getting here. We were in that seated position for some time, for a little more than 15 minutes. So if you need to rotate your ankles here, go for it. Make sure your fingertips are nice and wide here. You want them to have a good support in the fingers and wrist. Place your wrists under your shoulders, knees under the hips. And option to either keep your toes curled under or tops of the feet flat on the mat. All right. We're going to do a few cat and cow. Inhale, open the chest, look forward. Lift up in the hips. Exhale, press away from the mat, opening the shoulders, kind of doming the back and drawing the navel in and up. Repeat using your breath. Inhale for cow pose. Exhale for cat. Remember, expansion with your inhale and contraction with your exhale. Notice how I'm incorporating Anjali Mudra, bringing that slight constriction in the back of the throat. It incorporates a calming effect and helps elongate the breath. 2 more. We're waking up the spine, coming alive. Awesome. Go back to neutral, so your abs are kind of engaged here. We want to start by stretching back the right toes, kind of pedaling it out back and forth, clawing the fingertips in, pressing into the knuckles here, waking up our ankle. Press into the top of the left foot and kick up the back foot, and your legs at a 90-degree angle and keeping your abs engaged. We're going to do some knee rotations. So making a counterclockwise circle with the right knee, we're going to do some knee circles. Just kind of waking up the hips. You'll notice with some of these repeated motions that things get slightly easier with practice. And we're working the glutes here, the hip flexors, of course. And we're adding strength through the wrists and shoulders and the core. Opposite circles. So this time it's counterclockwise. We're making circles with the knee. You could do small circles or you can do bigger ones. It's wherever you are today. Just notice your breath here. See if it's shaky or shallow. See if you can't smooth things out. Now kick your foot out nice and long, and then squeeze the knee into the chest, look forward, and plant that foot in between the palms. Low lunge. Keeping your knees squeezed together into an imaginary line. Be nice and light on the fingertips and look forward. As you exhale, and you have the option to lift up onto your back foot and lift the knee, or keep it grounded. But I'm going to stay nice and low. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bring the hips to stretch back and stretch the hamstring on the front leg. Inhale to look forward and bend the knee. Here we're stretching open in the chest, creating an airway here. Think nice and tall from crown of the head to the tailbone. And then exhale, straighten the leg and bow. Your knee doesn't need to be perfectly straight. Just notice the stretch in the hamstring. Inhale, bend the knee, look forward. Exhale, straighten and bow. Got two more. Inhale, look forward, nice and light on the fingertips. Exhale, bow. Last one. Make it count. Inhale, nice and tall. Nice long line from crown to tailbone. And then exhale, fold. Stretch the leg straight. All right. Plant the palms. Bring that foot back. You can do a cat-cow to reset if you want, or we can go straight into the leg circles on the other side. But first, we're going to stretch back that left set of toes and kind of bicycle pedal that left one. Stretching out fascia of the feet. Engage that core. Awesome. Kick that foot up and begin circles clockwise. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Nice long breath. Be conscientious of this with any movement. And reverse the circle. Just notice the muscles that you're working with now. Notice any differences in the left leg versus the right. You will feel some differences. Couple more. All right, now stretch out that left leg. Bring that knee into the chest and plant the foot in between the palms. Low lunge. left side this time. Nice and tall in the heart space. Look forward. Exhale, stretch it back. Runner's lunge. We're going to do 5 of these. So use your breath. Inhale and exhale. Now you can have the option in your runner's lunge to keep your front toe mounds pressed against the mat, or toes reaching towards the forehead here. That is your call, wherever you are today. Try to keep your hips even here. Using your breath, remember that. Last one. Inhale, heart lifts, nice long line, ground to tailbone. And then stretch back. Beautiful. All right, bring that foot back and enter into extended child's pose. Walking your hips back onto the top of the heels. Walking your hands forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, relax the forehead down. Now this is not a resting posture for this time. We're going to stay here. We're going to move into upward facing dog or cobra, depending on where you are in your relationship with your back and your low back here. So if you want to go into low cobra, you claw into the fingertips, you bend your knees, your feet lift, and lower your belly onto the mat. Inhale, press up to look forward. Exhale, and then press back into extended child's pose and repeat. So if you're doing extended child's pose to upward dog, you're going to inhale, lay down, go onto or roll your buttocks down and look up. Use your heart to guide you through. Sounds like a Kingdom Hearts reference. Sorry, nerd alert here. And then exhale to go back. We're just doing 3 of these. So inhale to up dog. Exhale to extended child's pose. Last one, inhale to up dog. And extended child's pose. Gorgeous. Keep your knees nice and wide, toes touching. Plant your left palm into the center of the mat here. We're going to inhale like a bow and arrow. We're going to reach our right hand up into the sky, opening the chest. And then exhale, reaching through threading the needle. Press into the palm. Inhale, lift back up. Twist. Exhale, reach. Great shoulder work here. Inhale, reaching back up. Wiggle the fingers. Reach through, resting the ear onto the mat. Maybe your left hand stays here. Maybe your left hand reaches up to the top short edge of the mat. And we breathe into that space in between the shoulders. Should feel really nice. After a couple breaths here, we're going to slide that left palm back into the center and inhale, reach that right hand up high once more, and then we switch hands. Place the right palm in the center now, reach the left hand up. Opening the chest, nice, long from top of the head to the tailbone, and then exhale, reach through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, through the gate. Last one, reach up. And then reach through, rest your ear. Might find a stretch in the left side of the neck, of course that left shoulder. Maybe you extend the right hand up, breathe here. You shouldn't feel any type of struggle breathing in this position. Place your left palm back to center, if not already. Reach the left hand up, wave hi to mom, hi mom, and then plant the palms. Awesome. So from here, we're moving into downward dog. So curl those toes under and lift your hips up high. Maybe you pedal out the heels a little bit more if that practice earlier was not enough for you. And when you're ready, we're going to bring our right knee into the chest, plant it in between the palms, keeping our back knee lifted. And inhale, swoop the hands forward, up and back, pressing into that front heel. Crescent lunge. Inhale in, exhale, swim the fingertips down. Plant the left palm, inhale, reach the right hand up for a twist. And then exhale, bring it back down. Bring that back foot or front foot back and lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, look up, cobra. And exhale, release. Now listen closely. We're going to do a cobra or it's actually more of a prep locust pose. We're going to keep our hands where they are, but this time we're going to lift our head, pressing into our pelvis and tops of the feet, and lift our hands, squeezing the shoulder blades. And exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale, squeeze and lift, pressing into our foundation. See if you can't lift a little higher. And exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, let it go. Press up to all fours, and we'll meet again in down dog. Awesome. Take a breath or two here. See if you can't reach your heels down. They don't have to touch the mat. Just reach them. Heart reaching down towards the legs. Inhale, look forward. Bring your left foot down to between the hands. Squeeze your legs into that imaginary line. Inhale, swoop the hands forward, up and back. Breathe. Maybe you look up. And then exhale, swim the fingertips down. Plant the right palm. Inhale, reach the left hand up high for a twist. Awesome. Exhale, let it go. Now bring your back foot to meet the front this time. And we go into forward fold for a few breaths here. Just allowing yourself to let it go. Allow your head to completely and fully relax along with the head. If you're feeling a little tension, maybe you shake your head yes and a little no. Maybe you grab hold of the elbows and sway gently side to side. From here, we're going to glide the hands up the legs through past the shins to the thighs. Squeeze the shoulders, half lift. And exhale, release. We're going to do 2 more half lifts. Inhale, slide the hands up, squeeze the shoulders. Imagine some grasshopper legs with the arms. And release. Last one, inhale, squeeze and lift. And exhale, let go. Now this time, bend the knees generously and starting with the tailbone, reaching kind of down towards the floor, we're going to begin rolling it up. Take your time here, nice and slowly. Last thing to roll up is your head. Palms facing forward. Heart's lifted. Chin parallel to the floor. Your head is directly over your heart space. Heart directly over your pelvis. Maybe you take a moment to close your eyes and just notice how you feel. Meditation part 2, scan, body scan. Now, if it's uncomfortable to keep your eyes closed while you're standing, maybe you just have a soft gaze. But follow along and just take notice and stock of the body. We did some movement, and this is a chance to let that sink in. Beginning with awareness to the feet and the areas of your feet that are meeting the ground or mat beneath you. Spread your awareness up the feet through the ankle to the shins and the calves and in the knees. Just notice how these areas feel without judgment or expectation. Expanding your awareness up the leg through the thigh to the hips and the hamstrings. Growing the awareness up through the pelvis and tailbone, the glutes, up through the abdominal wall. Just notice the body's organs that are lovingly caring for you within. Expanding your awareness up the spine to the rib cage, to your sternum, your shoulders, your arms, your forearms, palms and fingers. Noticing your heart space, your collarbone, your neck. Now we bring our awareness to our jaw, our ears, our cheeks, our mouth, nose, eyes, brow, all the way to the top of the head. Just take stock of your entire body. Notice how it feels. Surrender to stillness for just a few more moments. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, bring the palms to the heart center nice and slowly. Bring your chin to chest. And give yourself gratitude for being here in this moment. Gorgeous. Slowly bat the eyelashes open. Look forward. Inhale. Bring the arms to the side and up. Big breath, big stretch, tiny back bend. And then exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Plant the palms and bring yourself down to the floor. So we're going to actually go onto our backs, doing a little bit more work here, this time with the abs. So don't be afraid, it's fine. But every yoga class should incorporate a little ab work because it supports your back. I know it's silly to say because it's in the front side of the body, but the back's on the back. So how does that make sense? But it's the trunk of your body. It all works together. So allow your legs to be at a 90-degree angle. So half of a square. And we're going to, and this might be it. This might be your ab work. Maybe you practice with tapping one foot down and another. Maybe you take the hands and interlace behind the head, lift in the chest and shoulders while you continue to tap one and the other. Maybe you extend one leg, bring it back in as you keep your heart lifted, and extend the other leg. Keeping your elbows wide. You keep on extending and switch. Maybe we bend the right knee and take the left elbow to reach towards the right knee. Inhale to switch. And then exhale, right elbow to left knee. Keeping your core engaged. Nice and slow movement here. Feeling warm or feeling awake and alive. Now, if this is a little too much for you, you can stay at my first recommendation. Just keep tapping each toe down at the floor. Or you don't have to incorporate the arms at all. Just allow your hands to be on the floor, pressing into the floor here. Maybe it's just extending one leg and the other. Remember to use your breath. Inhale as the knees meet in the center. Exhale as you extend one leg out. Keep this up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Awesome. So from here, my friends, we're going to draw the knees into the chest. Rotate those ankles. And then roll over to one side. One big thing about yoga is it was made to help first extend your legs out wide. One thing about yoga is it was made to help people kind of induce meditation. People are kind of wired. People are feeling a little anxious and have a lot on their minds and have trouble letting go. And since the body holds a lot of our memories, possible trauma, and the like, it's easy for people to easily get distracted whenever their body hasn't been properly given an opportunity to stretch or to relax. That's what yoga came to be originally when it was first invented. So that's why I incorporate movement with meditation. It's an opportunity to notice the changes subtly that happen when you stretch and whenever you work the certain parts of the body. We hold these areas of tension and we don't even realize it, and you notice a change whenever you practice regularly. I know I have. But I digress. We're going to keep our legs nice and wide. It doesn't have to be super duper wide. Maybe you want to grab a block for this. But we're going to start. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Just placing your hands down. Your hands may be like right here. Maybe they don't reach at all. Maybe just hold on to the block. But you want your heart to remain lifted to start and kind of dive down. Bending the elbows slightly, keeping your toes nice and active. You want to protect your hips and your legs here. And breathe deep. That is the powerhouse of any yoga practice, or just in life in general, is the breath. Find your inhale to expand. Exhale to contract and find ease. Breathe, breathe, breathe. See, it's such a powerful word, breathe, that they've made songs about it. I mean, there's some wisdom there. If your head can reach the floor, that's amazing. Mine can't. So I'm going to rest my head on the block here. And just know, there's never shame in using a block or a prop. If you don't have a block, maybe use a book or stack of books. Notice the ease of the hips, and notice over time, maybe you move a little further forward than you thought you could.
And I always, 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 the longer I hold the pose, notice that I've made it further to the floor than I thought that I normally could. That's what happens when you incorporate the breath and stick with it. Remember my talk about sitting with discomfort? And just notice the difference between sitting with discomfort and sitting with pain. Now, if you feel any sort of pain, which you should never feel in a yoga class, ease off, find a variation that works for you. But discomfort, it's not, I mean, it's obvious if it's discomfort, but use your breath to kind of sit alongside it and grow with it. Do 2 more breaths where you are. Sometimes sitting with discomfort kind of becomes sitting with comfort the longer you practice. Or something that used to be discomfort becomes something that you can sit comfortably in. And bring yourself back up. Nice and tall. We're going to stay in wide-legged. Take your right hand or left hand to the right thigh and swoop your right hand up and over. Surprise English accent for your day. Maybe it's Australian. I'm not very good with accents or maintaining them, but they're always fun. Pull the thumbs back, extend through the right ribs. Think nice and tall. You don't want to collapse into it. You want to pull the elbow back and think tall. Breathe. You're not going to hold this as long as the fold. And swim the right hands down and switch. We're going to bring our left hand into the left thigh, or right hand to left thigh. Swim the left hand up and over, reaching towards the right toes this time, pulling the thumb back. If you don't want to use your fingers, you can put your hand behind your head and pull the elbows back. Just trying to keep nice and long in the left side of the trunk of the body. And release. Awesome. Put that aside. Put your blocks aside. We're going to go back on the length of the mat. This time, legs right in front of you. Inhale, reach up and over. Forward fold. So notice the beginning of class, or the earlier part of the class after we started moving, it was all focused more on mobility and building a better sense of mobility in how we move, and repetition being used to create more comfortable flow of energy and motion. Now we're focusing more on the stretch of the practice, using our inhales to create space and exhale to soften the muscles so we can deepen our stretch. And though this is a more stagnant part of the practice, we're still moving, using our breath to move our muscles and to expand them and contract them. Slide your hands back, being nice and tall, and walk your hands a little bit further behind the hips. Bend the knees to where the feet are as wide as the yoga mat, and let them fold to the left. Breathe here, keeping your heart lifted. Now swap to the right. Breathe here. Heart remains lifted. And switch. Just go at your own pace. Maybe you just go back and forth, back and forth. Maybe you hold for longer. Again, this is your practice, so do what you need to get the most out of this today. Awesome work. Now, Scoot up a little bit, grab hold of the thighs and roll back. We're going to do a couple of bridge poses. So knees bent, feet flat on the mat, plant the palms, inhale, roll up, tailbone to reach towards the knees, lift up with the thighs and the hips to the torso. Breathe in, and then exhale, roll it down, nice and slow. 2 more. Inhale, lift up, nice and slowly. If you want to take a bind, you can, and release the fingertips behind the back for a little extra stretch. And exhale, release the fingers and roll down. Last one, inhale, roll it up. Lift, maybe interlace the fingers, opposite thumb on top this time. Chest reaches towards the chin, chin towards the sky. Breathe in. And exhale, release. Gorgeous. Okay. Cross your right foot over the left leg. Reach through your right hand through this needle hole we've created and around the left thigh. Give it a squeeze towards the heart. Keep the feet active to protect the knees. Supine pigeon. Inhale. Open the arms out wide to the floor, and then exhale. Rotate your feet so your right foot falls flat on the ground. And maybe bring your gaze to the right. Breathe here. Maybe you can go into cactus arms if that's preferable. Just do 3 breaths here. All right. Back to center and switch. Lift the right leg and squeeze the thigh towards you after crossing the ankle. Maybe you do a little sway from side to side for a low back massage. Open wide and lower down to the right. Bring your gaze to the left side now. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Hi, Bentley. He's come to pay us a visit as we twist. And unravel. Now, option here to do a little yogi freestyle, whatever works best for you. You could do whatever you want to get your wiggles out before we end in a small little ending meditation. Are you doing up dog? Excuse me, buddy, I'm sorry. I'm going to do happy baby. Grabbing hold of the outer edges of the feet. I'm taking a straddle, but you can kick one foot up and the other if you wish. Maybe you repeat something I did earlier. Maybe you can practice more on your standing postures or even do a balance pose for a little while. You can always come back to the end of the video. Maybe you go into boat pose and work your core a little bit more. Find a good stretch here. Maybe you'll go legs up the wall here. Swap the flow of where the blood goes. Usually the blood is always at the feet, but this time feet's above the head and the heart, so it kind of changes the positioning. Fresh blood flow. And when you're ready, let's enter into Shavasana, our resting pose. Allowing your arms to spill out from the mat, your feet to spill out out of the mat, and you just be for a little bit. Maybe you close your eyes or soften the gaze. Now, from here, I will cue a little bit of
concepts for meditation. You have some options here. If you have any music playing, maybe you play some soft music in the background to kind of let go. And just because I cue to end later, don't decide where it ends. Just be there as long as you want. But first option, practice your breathing meditation, just noticing the breath and noticing how you feel. And letting the emotions, the thoughts glide along like a river. Option 2 is we can practice our body scan once again, just scanning up through the body, noticing any changes or just taking stock. Step 3 or option 3 is full surrender, just allowing your body to feel completely and totally relaxed, breathing normally and just being present. Or you can go into a bit of an adventure in option 4 and visualize maybe a walk along a path in the forest that leads you someplace, maybe like a river or a small opening of flowers in the field. And just notice what you find there. And this is your chance to kind of use some visualization to just take stock of what comes to mind when you look around. What is in this forest? What kind of trees? What kind of air is it? What kind of weather is there? Is it bright? Is it darker? Is it warm or colder? Are there animals or any other life? Notice the sounds that are around you. Just sit with them. Be with them. I'll give you the option now to just notice your face and neck muscles. If you notice any gripping or holding, I invite you to soften these spaces. Relax the brow, the jaw. If your tongue is on the roof of the mouth, let it go. Release any and all tension from the body. Just be for a little bit. I'm going to let you be for just about 1 or 2 minutes and we'll conclude. So take this time for you and just be. Okay, my friends, let's bring our awareness back into the space. Just notice where you are and notice how you feel. Maybe incorporate a wiggling of the fingers and toes, sway of the head side to side. Bend the knees, feet flat on the mat, and roll slowly onto your favorite side.
Maybe use your hand or arm as a pillow. Press up when you're ready to a comfortable seat. We bring our palms to our hearts in gratitude and we say silently or aloud as we bow, Namaste. Thank you for joining me so much for our meditation and movement course today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope it brought some enrichment to your life on and off the mat. Come back to the video again if you ever want to practice again with me. And stay tuned for more awesome practices every Saturday at 11 a.m. coming to your home from mine. I love you guys. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.